Hello there. So this week we are talking all about bookkeeping and some of the things that you need to know if you're going to do your own bookkeeping, but also that you should just know in general, even if you hire a bookkeeper to do it for you. So today I want to chat with you about capital assets. So I touched on this a little bit on Monday. I think it was Monday, when I was talking about categorizing receipts. I mentioned that perhaps something over $500 you might want to capitalize, and then said that's another story, or a story for another time. This is that time. That is this time. You get it. So capitalize, what does that mean? To capitalize an asset means to not expense it. It means you don't put it through your income statement. You put it on your balance sheet. So what am I talking about? When we expense something, so office expenses like paper or your telephone or stuff like that, we are deducting the amount it cost us to generate the sale. So we have a sale that we made, but it wasn't free. It cost us money to generate that sale. So we're able to deduct our expenses for tax purposes. We all have this sort of general understanding of expenses. But sometimes we buy something that lasts a long time. So maybe it's a computer or a car or yeah, let's go with those. I have a number of other examples, but they're really specific. So you buy something that is going to last you a long time, and it's going to help you generate sales over a long period of time. So you want to basically deduct the piece of that asset that you used up in the current year. So we say you bought a computer and it cost you $1,000. You would capitalize the computer by putting that $1,000 as an asset on your balance sheet. And then every year you would get to expense a little piece of it in depreciation. So then matching up that expense to the sales that it generated. So how do you decide what to capitalize? Well, there are some guidelines, and then it's sort of a judgment. It's a judgment call. So anything that's bigger than $500 is definitely up for consideration. If it's less than $500, then usually the cost of the item is not worth having to track the depreciation, because you do have to track how much you've expensed every year so that you don't over expense it. You can't deduct more than the thing would cost in the first place. So if it's less than $500, maybe not worth the effort. It also can't be something that you sell in your day-to-day business. So if you're a car salesman, for example, and you buy a car to sell it, you can't capitalize that, even though it probably costs more than $500. It's part of your inventory because you're going to sell it. You're not going to use it in your business. If you were a car salesman and you bought a car to drive around in, to go and see clients, to go and see like other dealerships or whatever, then that car you could capitalize because you actually use it in your business. Does that make sense? So you have this item that you bought, and it's a computer, and you're not normally in the business of selling computers, and you're going to use it over the course of a couple years, and yeah, I think that's all. You're going to use it over the course of a few years. That computer needs to be capitalized. Every business is different. So for some companies, $500 is way too low. Like if you're doing, I don't know, a couple $1 million in sales every year, and you regularly buy piece of equipment to maybe you own a pool company and you go and you fix pools. If you were to buy a heater or something like that, or you to buy something for your showroom pools, then that's probably not a capital asset. Even though it costs more than $500. If you're doing a 2 million in sales, then 500 is probably not material for you. However, if you were selling pencils and you only sold 10 pencils in a year, then $500 is significant for your business. So it's really about just making that judgment call and then setting a policy. So you want to make sure that you make the same decision every time. Is my limit $500 or is it more or less than that? If you are unsure and you'd like to chat about it, I'd love to chat with you about it. I will leave my call booking link in the description and you can book 30 minutes with me. If you're wondering about maybe some other mistakes that small business owners make, I will leave a link to a free download of the 7 mistakes small business owners make and quick fixes to stay out of trouble, so that you can have a read through that on your own. That is all for today. I will see you tomorrow.